So guys, the Chief of Defense Staff has come out to say that Simon Ekpa is a real threat to Nigeria and that he will ensure that he is arrested, prosecuted and jailed. And you know, that has not gone well with so many people in Nigeria, because there is this video of the governor of Zamfara who spoke in Hausa language saying that they arrested bandits and they were carrying arms. I mean, these people confessed to carrying arms and taking away the lives of people. So he said they went ahead to hand over these bandits to the authorities. The governor finally said that he was shocked that yesterday these bandits were granted bail in Abuja. And people are wondering, why is the Chief of Defense Staff only concentrating on the southeast and Simon Ekpa, who is not even in Nigeria, instead of facing the challenges that we have at home here squarely? They are talking about somebody who is not even in the country. Anyway, let me allow you listen for yourself.
We have external people that equally support them. The issue of IPOB. There's a lot of funding that comes in there.
Yes. Are you worried? Because you know an operation,
of course,
you have
definitely.
a special operation on the sit-at-home IPOB situation in the southeast.
Yes.
But some of the elements and the leaders of these groups are outside of the country.
Yes. We have repeatedly complained about the issue of Simon Ekpa. He is in Finland. The Finnish government are giving him all the support and he's doing what he's doing. Comments he's making, people are being killed and nothing is being done. And this is democracy. If the European Union is the one supporting democracy and this is happening and they're not taking action, then they don't mean well for Nigeria. We have said that in clear terms. We need to diplomatically find means of getting him out of whatever it is that he's doing. He must be arrested, he must be prosecuted. Look at it from the other way. Assuming he is in Nigeria and he's doing that to the Finnish government, you think the European Union will allow that happen? They definitely will not. So why are they allowing him to do what he's doing? And people like him that are doing such things, trailing the funds is very critical. I know a lot of the First Central Bank, the NFIU, are doing a lot in tracking down how the funds flow. And this is part of what we call the oxygen of terrorism, is logistic, leadership, and funding. Your ability to be able to tackle those things and trail them and deny them the ability to operate will kill terrorism with good governance. Now, you can see the statistics that came in, political will. And political will is not from federal government alone. The states are critical. For me, if I look at the aspects, what do we need? Let's look at solutions. Do we have a comprehensive database as Nigerians? If you go to Chad, Cameroon, and Niger, once you enter, they know you are not a Nigerian. And they have this duty as citizens. Once you speak, the man knows you are not a Nigerian. The next thing he tells you, if he's a taxi driver, he tells you his vehicle has a problem. He's calling the gendarmes. Before you know it, the gendarmes are coming to ask you, what are you doing in our country? We don't have that. That's what we're saying is a holistic thing that we have to do. Every Nigerian has a role to play in what's going on ground, and then we must look at these things and take it up as a challenge. It's not a military or a security aspect. Everybody has a role to play in this, and that's what I'm saying.
Before I let you watch this video to the end, what do you think about these snippets we just watched? Are the IPOB the problem? Is Simon Ekpa actually the problem? Because the military men are saying that they should bring down Simon Ekpa and arrest him and also prosecute him. I don't know your own views in this, but for me, I don't think the IPOBs are the problem you have in Nigeria, because the securities we have in here is almost the Fulanese. The Northerners are actually the major issue we have in Nigeria. So I don't know how they're not pushing blame to the IPOBs, calling Simon Ekpa here and there that they should be prosecuted and arrested. I don't know, but whenever I got all this video today and I hear everything that the military said about the IPOBs and about insecurities in Nigeria. What is this video, guys?
I think as Nigerians, first and foremost, we need to take ownership of what's going on in the country. And when I say ownership, it is not the time for us to start trading blames on who to do it. We are dealing with asymmetric warfare, which is a new kind of warfare. It's different from the conventional term. And that's what we want to make very clear. Conventional warfare is between country to country. Now, asymmetric warfare, you are dealing with non-state actors, people you don't know, people that are your own. I give you some examples. Sometimes when we go on cordon and search operations, the same village you get in, they hide the weapons, catch them, they don't have anything, and you proceed. And they dig out these weapons and fire you from the rear. It is difficult because you don't even know who is your enemy. Everybody is an enemy. There is no front. Everywhere, is a front as much as possible. Now, the challenges we're having is that understanding. I'm happy that it is changing. And if you see from what the armed forces and the police are doing now, we are being very people-centric in our approach. Because we understand that asymmetric warfare has to do with the people. Wherever we are protecting, wherever we're guiding, wherever we're operating, if we don't have the buy-in of the people, then there's a big challenge. And that's the problem. Now, why do we have challenges in the country? It did not start now. It has started since. My advice always is no country should allow asymmetric warfare to commence. It is difficult to eradicate. Why? You are dealing with ideology. And once you have that ideology built in, it's difficult because you see the person, you don't know what he's thinking about. You don't know what is in his mind. We have seen people that we have told them, they are still telling us that we are wrong and they are right, as it is. So we need to come together as a country to be able to tackle this, and it should be nipped in the bud for every country, I advise.
CDS,
yes.
It's almost 20 years that the military has been in the Northeast.
Yes.
Have you been able to win the war?
15 the war. Well, it's not, that's why I'm saying asymmetric warfare is not, the only time you know that you've won the war is when there's total restoration of civilian authority. Total. When everybody is in. And I can tell you, I was the theater commander in Operation Hattinkai for 19 months. By the time I left there, we had over 75,000 that have surrendered. Now we have over 120. To tell you that we are succeeding. For us to know that it is total, one of the areas where we have challenge, the issue of good governance. Asymmetric warfare has a direct flux to do with good governance. Why? If your people can't eat, if they're unemployed, these are recipes that will always have where you have people that want to own up. On average, on a daily basis, all the theater operations we have, we take out over 600 bandits, terrorists, insurgents on weekly basis. But I tell you, over 2,000 are coming in. And why is that so? We have population, they can from everywhere. If you move into rural areas, we don't have roads. Where my men have the greatest challenge is IEDs, because there are no road infrastructure. So those are the areas that we have, and that's why this war is an all society approach.
So it's not time yet for the military to leave the Northeast?
No, like I said, it's an ongoing operation. We're doing the best we can together with the police and all that. But what we're calling is the buy-in of Nigerians. Let us stop this aspect of saying it's a military or it's a security. No. It is everybody's responsibility. Until you protect what you love. Until Nigerians start loving Nigeria. I mean, you see people coming and castigating the president or castigating the nation as a whole. You are not doing anybody any good. And again, the power of words in what you say. Efforts have been made. For the past 1 year, things have actually improved greatly. We are not where we are. It's not where we want to, but I'm sure we're moving towards. Where we have issues, equipment that we want to use, because we don't produce what we need, is a major challenge.
But we understand that the Daikon law...
That is what is happening now. Yes, the process is on now.
But there are local fabrication and...
The process is on. We're also processing them, and that's what we're doing.
But it's not enough.
It's not, definitely it's not enough. We have a population of over 200, a mass of over 900,000. It's not easy. The whole of Sambisa alone is more than some European countries as a whole. The whole of Niger State. Niger State takes almost 10% of Nigerian land mass. It's massive. Now, over time, we left the forest empty. Border management has not been too good. Those are areas where these guys took advantage of and they're using. And that's why I said good governance does a lot in mobilizing the people, the citizens, to understand that, yes, this is my country, I'm ready to die for my country. And that's why it's key. How do we get our leadership? Critical. We must find leaders that are really committed. Committed in the sense that Nigeria must grow, Nigeria must develop. And that's why some of the security challenges we're having, some of them are mostly political, some are economic, some are social. Now, to take you through the trajectory of criminality. Once acts of criminality, there's no that is criminal. Once it starts with criminality, it gets to robbery, it moves up insurgency. Now, in them and they can't operate, the next thing is to criminality, and that's why you get into banditry, and because it's a social effect. People are looking for money. I'm sure you have read where family members are kidnapping family members. In fact, we have seen a situation where an individual kidnapped himself. All for what? To make money. So that's why it is. The society must develop beyond that. And sometimes when I hear people trying to compare with America, we are not America. We are different people. Why is the Chinese proceeding? Chinese understand that you must understand your environment. Every law you want to create, understand who you are. It guides you. Because we're different. Our cultures, our traditions, our distance are different. But we seem to carry everything hook, line, and sinker. It's America. No. We need to develop as a nation.
So, guys, it is becoming clear that, honestly, we've got a whole lot of challenges. And the question remains, what is the man in Aso Rock doing? We have security challenges in all parts of the country. And no patriotic Nigerian will support insecurity for Nigeria that is already struggling. We want all these things to be brought to a stop. But at the same time, the military should use the same measure, in tackling this thing across the nation. So many people have been lamenting, the manner at which the military is manhandling people in the southeast. You will get to a checkpoint, you'll be asked to stop and get down from your bus and walk across the military post on barefoot. You can imagine such humiliation. And so many people are saying that, okay, insecurity that has been at the height in the north, people are not going through all this. But in the southeast, it is something else. One keeps wondering, when is Nigeria going to be united so that we can achieve our big dreams? Let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell. Thank you.